Hey everyone, we are making a Frankfurter Kranz, which we're going to call the buttercream crown cake. So there's a lot to this cake, so it's going to take a little bit of time to put it all together, but let's get started. So we're going to go with 150 grams of unsalted butter. Have you had this one yet, Mom?
Yeah.
You have?
It's very, very good. It just takes a little bit to put together.
And we're going to put the sugar in, and we're going to mix this until it becomes nice and fluffy and creamy. I think the butter's too hard.
It's gonna be fast though.
We probably should have had the butter a little bit softer, but it's been sitting out for a good hour.
You got some more to crank.
Huh?
You got a little bit more to open up.
What?
Open it up a little bit more.
It's flopping out at me.
Well, you got a lid for it. Not jumping out no more.
Yes, it is.
You forgot to introduce us this morning, Tammy. This is my daughter, Tammy, and
I
I'm the
can't
mom.
hear you. It's really hard to hear. Okay, so I'm Tammy.
I'm Ute.
And my mom's from Germany. And Alexa wants to be part of this too, it sounds like. My mom and our family. I am Tammy. Alexa, stop. We have a lot of outtakes on this one. My mom married an American.
Yes.
We lived in Germany until I was about 14 years old.
Yes.
And then we moved to the States. We actually just recently went back and we got a ton of recipes from Germany, my aunts. Mom never really made a ton of different recipes because she didn't convert them, but that's why we're doing this, is to relearn the recipes, convert, and hopefully pass it on to
recipes.
try some good recipes.
And different ones.
And also pass it on to the next generation. So I've got this pretty much creamed up. And so now it's asking us to add the eggs, beating well after each addition. So first we add the eggs. So there's 4 eggs. So we're at 150 grams of unsalted butter, 175 grams of granulated sugar, and 4 eggs. I love my KitchenAid mixer. I think it's a little outdated because there is this pocket at the bottom, and I complain probably about this on every single video we've made so far, but there's this pocket at the bottom of this bowl that just hangs on to everything, so I have to loosen the sides and maybe that's all KitchenAid mixers, I don't know.
I don't know, mine didn't. But I had a smaller one.
Yeah, this was your old one.
That's the one I got you.
Did you buy it for me or did you just give it to me? It's old. Everything you do with the German recipes, it's fluff, 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 mix, 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 isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like...
Muss luftig sein.
Yeah, airy. So now we are going to put in 2 tablespoons of rum. We just bought Captain Morgan spiced rums. That's what we're using. And then a half of a lemon zest. So we zested, this is more almost a lemon because I couldn't get the zest all the way out, but we went ahead. It says a half a lemon zest and I did a whole. And it says to keep stirring.
You want me to put it together and go through it?
So the next part of the recipe calls for 175 grams of flour, 75 grams of cornstarch, and 3 teaspoons of baking powder. She's going to mix them all together because it actually says to sift it. So first we're going to put it all in one bowl. Mix a little bit. And then sift it through. Mix that up. You want to mix that before you start sifting it.
I'm sifting.
Have you had the, Mom, we got to keep it in the bowl for the recipe. Have you had the Frankfurter Kranz before?
Yes.
Who's made it?
My mom used to. Other in the family, we only keep the good recipes. This is why when we were in Germany and I said, well, for the family reunion, I can buy some cake, and everybody said, we don't want that nasty cake. We bake our own cakes.
I was going to get some cake, and when we came to the, I guess it'd be a family reunion, they had, I don't know how many cakes made. They were all delicious. So it says to sift through this and then slowly stir it into what we have already got.
Here you go.
So. One of the things that I loved about being in Germany is that at lunchtime, we would have the cake and coffee. That was always really nice.
I was very lucky usually.
Yeah, around 3. And sometimes, like one time, my aunt just made waffles. We had waffles with a little bit of powdered sugar and coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do. And don't come at us. We are not professionals. Our kitchen's messy. It's just the way it is. Like, we are real people here. Just cleaning off the sides because there's a lot of flour on the sides.
Just like the past on some German recipes, because it's a little bit different than Americans. They're not so sweet, right?
No, they're not as sweet, but they're still really, really good.
Yeah.
Actually, I prefer them over a lot of the American recipes.
Especially the icing.
And a lot of the stuff that we're making, like the buttercream, you can use it for other cakes too. Or even the topping that's going to go on top of this. Okay, so this is really well combined.
I think
We probably still need to go ahead and butter this.
Put some on there.
So this is a 10-inch, I think it's a 10-inch, it may be a 9, I'll look it up. I don't remember if this one was a 10 or a 9, but this has a really pretty bottom. It's for the crust. I don't know why we can't come up with real words over here ever, but so she's gonna go ahead and butter it. Make sure you're under this thing. That should be good. So this is going to go into the oven. Now the recipe, interestingly enough, says it needs to be between 175 Celsius to 200 Celsius. I'm going to put it in at, I think I have the oven at 350 preheated, and we will just continue checking it. It's supposed to be in the oven for about 45 minutes. I will probably check it at the 40-minute mark and then let it go to 45 if it needs to. This is going to be a big fluffy cake because we're going to divide this cake into 3 actual pieces. So this is going to be a layered cake. So right now I'm just trying to evenly distribute the batter. And this is, I think, a 10-inch now that I'm looking at it, instead of a 9-inch, and maybe a 9-inch would have been better. That is another problem with the German recipes that we have with my aunt, is that there are no directions. And so what I'm having to do is actually sit down, go through the recipe before we make it, and then adjust things or add things because it doesn't have a full. Sometimes my mom has to call my aunt. I'm hoping.
There's some more in here.
I'm hoping that a 9 or a 10-inch is. It may not be big enough, Mom. We will find out fast.
Well, then we know for the next time.
Yeah, that's how it usually goes.
It is how it tastes. I mean, anybody can change the form.
Okay, so into the oven it goes, and then we will be back shortly. So there's many parts to this recipe. This is actually what you would do later, and you can actually buy Crocant in Germany, but we don't have it, so we actually have to make it. So it's 100 grams of nuts. Germans use a ton of hazelnuts, tons of hazelnuts. Hazelnuts are expensive, so we have 100 grams of hazelnut and 100 grams of almonds, just plain, no salted, just regular almonds. We also bought the whole almonds because they're a lot cheaper than buying already pre-cut hazelnuts and almonds. We'll do that ourselves. So this is 200 grams total, 100 grams of hazelnut and 100 grams of almonds. We have, how much?
3 tablespoons butter.
4 tablespoons of butter.
4 tablespoons butter.
And then 240 grams of sugar. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get these chopped down to make them a lot smaller. There's a lot of stuff in Germany that we don't have here.
Mm-hmm. But usually you can make it.
Huh?
Usually you can make it yourself.
Yeah.
She's just getting spoiled here.
We ran out of pudding, and she wanted to make pudding, and I'm like, we're not making pudding. We will go get the stuff for the pudding.
That's good.
There's still some good chunks in there.
Well, but you want crocant, not mush.
Well, that's not mush. Okay, the next part is we are going to go over to the stove, and we are going to melt the butter and the sugar together until it becomes caramelized, and then we will add this, and we'll show you the final product of what it looks like. Okay, so we went ahead and we caramelized everything. We put the nuts in, and I just basically put it on a cooking sheet, and we're gonna let it cool, and then when we're done letting it cool, we'll put it back in the blender and make this a lot smaller. So for right now, this is gonna sit on the side.
It's like caramelized nuts.
Yeah, caramelized nuts. It's called Crocant. You may be able to find it online. I think it's probably easier just to make it. It only took us, what, 5 minutes, 10 at the most. So we'll wait for the cake to be done and then put the buttercream together, and we'll get this thing put together. All right, guys, so the brittle is done. It's nice and hard and ready to go. So what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna go ahead and break it up and put it in the blender and get this nice and small. When we were cooking it on the oven, it was pretty simple. It took about 5-10 minutes total. So we're gonna go ahead and get this made into smaller pieces and into the blender. We'll bring the blender over. I think we're both a little tired today, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe we don't do it all at one time. Maybe a couple pieces at a time. think it's almost too small. You want to get a jar for it to put this stuff in?
That's why I said earlier with the nuts, we don't want to make them dead. What's your finger?
Maybe make them a little bit smaller. Small enough. All right, so the praline's done. This is definitely a lot. I mean, you could probably use this on several cakes, and so we'll have this for the next recipe that calls for it. We kind of probably made this a little bit more chunkier, but it'll still work out fine, don't you think? All right, guys, we only have the buttercream left and then putting it all together. So we made the pudding already. You can use American pudding, or you can use the vanilla pudding from,
Germany.
What was that one called?
I don't know, pudding.
It's vanilla pudding. We buy ours at
World Market
World
or
Market
Amazon.
or Amazon. Today's pudding, we actually used American pudding. Just follow the recipe, guys. It's simple, easy. With the American pudding, use a half a packet, or you can use a whole packet, just double the milk, and then you can take half of it off. Or you can...
Or take half of it, 1 cup.
Or take half of it in 1 cup.
And 4 as level.
4 tablespoons.
Yeah.
Of sugar. So one of the things you want with buttercream is to make sure that everything is the same temperature. So this has been sitting out for quite some time. The butter's been sitting out for a while. So we're gonna go ahead and put this whole thing of pudding, and it cannot be instant pudding, guys. You do instant pudding, you're gonna mess up your entire recipe. Right, Mom?
Yep.
So that's 1 package.
Plus, instant pudding that just don't taste right.
No, it doesn't. Okay, so that was the vanilla. Now I'm going to put the butter, which is 200 grams of softened butter.
Yeah, the butter.
It's been a long day. You guys have missed so much in between us recording. Anyways, so 200 grams of butter, all nice and room temperature. And we're gonna go ahead and start mixing that together. It also asked to do 3 to 4 tablespoons of rum flavoring, and also either 1 packet of vanilla zucker, or you could do 1 tablespoon of vanilla, I can't do it today. Vanilla, what is it?
Flavoring.
Yeah, vanilla flavoring. So we'll just throw ahead and get this all together. And now we're gonna combine. And you can just let this go until it's nice and smooth.
And then you gotta put it in the refrigerator so the cake is cool, right?
No, because then it gets hard.
Oh, does you want it hard?
No.
Well, not that hard, but not running off the cake.
It's not gonna be running off the cake. That looks like curdled butter. Look at it, it looks like curdled butter.
Oh, but it doesn't taste like curdled butter. It should be buttercream. Like my sister told me in Germany, and I tried buttercream again. I said, tastes like biting in a piece of butter. And she said, Mama, Ute, it's buttercream.
And the cake is coming out of the oven. We're gonna let that cool down and sit. And we're gonna let this sit while we wait. that one mixer. All right, so that's going to, okay, so the buttercream's done. We're gonna just let it sit. We're not gonna put it back in the refrigerator. The cake is out of the oven, but it's gonna need to really cool down before we actually cut it into 3 different layers. So we will be back to put everything together. And that's it, right, for at this second? Okay. All right, guys, so we wanna make sure that we let you guys know if we made any changes. When we were looking at the buttercream earlier, it looked a little gritty, but we weren't sure what to do. And I remembered on the recipe there was something else written that I didn't know what it was, and I left it off. However, I showed it to my mom, and she said that basically says to put 2 to 3 tablespoons of hot coconut oil and mix it if you have a gritty buttermilk cream or buttercream. And so we did that, and it looks 100 times better. So if you guys do have a grittier, it would have tasted the same. If you guys do have a grittier looking buttercream, add 2. I added 1 tablespoon first, and then I added another one, and it turned out looking really good this time. So she's going to cut the cake into 3 layers. While she's cutting the cake, I'm going to go ahead and get the piping ready. You good with that?
I'm fine.
Okay. I need a spoon. And we are not professionals, so we are learning with you guys. It's always interesting because sometimes you realize that something's not 100%, but you just don't know what to do about it until you go research it, right?
It's like a gritty buttercream, you know. I don't know why it's gritty. I don't know if it's the butter. I don't know if it's the pudding.
And we had everything at this. The one thing that it said is to make sure everything was at the same temperature. And so, here, you want this, keep it on here?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's clean, so it don't make no difference.
On the first layer of the cake, you can put apricots, you can put strawberry jam, you can put whatever your heart desires. Germans use a lot of red currant, so I have red currant jelly that we're going to put on while Mom's finishing cutting the cake. And we are not decorators, so this may not be the prettiest cake, but it'll taste good. That's what Mom always says. May not be pretty, but it tastes good. Right?
Well, on the pretty you can work on, you know. But when you don't know how to bake...
Yeah, how many people are going to be telling us how horrible our cakes look?
Yeah. And right now, everybody what gets one of those cakes really like it. And I have to say, we bake those cakes. We don't eat them ourselves. We try them, but we don't eat them ourselves. My daughter donates them to different families, different people.
Yeah, we're actually on a diet, but this always screws us up a little bit because we do take a little bit of bites out of these. You think that's thick enough or more?
Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, right there.
Do we want to put the next? Okay, so.
Now all this is washed off, so. Did the buttercream come on it or
No,
just the...
I mean, we can, just 1 layer.
Yeah.
It doesn't have it in the recipe.
Okay, then don't. Okay.
So we're gonna do another layer of the, and you know something I do realize about German cakes, and I'm not joking, if you let them sit overnight, they always taste better. They taste amazing the day of, but if you actually let the cake sit overnight, wow. You think the flavor is good beforehand, the flavor is even better after. We are recording.
Poor man can come in.
I mean, that's pretty much a whole jar.
A small jar. Yeah, here a little bit more. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now start piping? Yeah?
Yeah. You got some left over for the top, or is that the whole buttercream? That's not the whole.
No, I got
It
this.
is, yeah. Don't go too close to the outer edge because you will lay that one on it and it just goes over the edge.
Is that good enough or more?
Yeah, that's good.
So next. Okay. Now what? Now we put the buttercream all
Now
over,
we
right?
put it- yeah.
Again, don't laugh at us.
I would smear it on there thin because you have to put the Crocant on it. And then I just put the...
Probably a little thicker.
Okay.
You can use that.
Okay, now let me pick up the cake and hold it around, and you put the Crocant around it, I guess.
It's really not going onto the sides very well. Well, it's on there now.
Like,
I don't know how to get it on there any better.
okay, that's good.
Oh God, we're washing the floor now.
Better?
Yeah. That is the worst looking cake we have made so far.
Put the cherries on it. There, you don't see the difference.
We need one more cherry.
Where are they?
The cake is done. It's not the most beautiful cake we've ever done, but for a first time, it was kind of on a difficult scale out of a 1 to 5, a 5, because we didn't have all the information. So we had to make some adjustments. So a couple things that you guys need to know. When we started out, we did a 10-inch pan.
Yeah.
10-inch pan. It was too big, and so we have an extra cake in the refrigerator that we're gonna have for family night tonight, which is this piece. It's the exact same, except it's not as high as this one because this is a 9-inch. So go with the 9-inch pan. It will turn out better the first time around. What else, Mom? What else can we tell them to help with this?
Oh, you told them about the pudding, right? The buttercream.
The buttercream, yes. The coconut?
Yeah.
Yeah, coconut oil. So let's try it. You want me to feed you?
Yeah. Spoil me a little bit, baby.
You are spoiled.
Thank you.
I think this cake is really good. I think it'll be better day 2. It's a little dry for me, but I think that it takes time for the jam and stuff to kind of seep into the batter.
Yeah.
The flavor is really good. Even the Crocant flavor is good altogether. Because to me, the Crocant itself tastes a little
Caramel.
rusty.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now that it's on the cake with all the sweetness, it's actually really, really good.
Like caramel nuts.
Um,
Reminds me of home.
It's really, really good. it was just, it's not the easiest cake to make. I think if we did it again, it would be much easier the second time around.
Yeah, especially since we had to do the Crocant ourselves.
Yeah, you can buy Crocant, which I don't know what that would be here. It's like a crunchy nut toffee, but anyways. So try it out, let us know what you guys think. Send us your pictures because we'd love to see how pretty your cakes turned out because ours did not.